BFDI Roblox's new game mode TPOT is releasing in just 4 days, and I'm going to show you how you can win some of the new challenges in the game mode, including some developer tips to give you an edge. First up, get to the top. This challenge is relatively simple. There are 3 different ways that you can get to the top of the hotel, and the winning team gets all of their members to the top first. I usually choose to go for the stairs because the elevator is slower than the stairs, especially because people on the stairs can tap the buttons on the elevator, which just slows the elevator down. And you can also lag through the bottom of the elevator and get stuck at the bottom. There's another method of the trebuchet, which can be a lot faster than using the stairs, but sometimes it gets sabotaged by eliminated contestants. For example, right now, pretty much everyone at the top has either chosen the stairs or the elevator, and there are people still on the trebuchet, which is getting sabotaged by eliminated contestants. So usually, pick the stairs if you don't want to be blamed for your team's loss. Next up, protect the flower. This challenge is kind of annoying. I kind of hate this challenge. Low-key, I actually hate this challenge. This challenge sucks. So basically, the premise of this one is that you need to help your flower survive in the harsh conditions. For example, in this one, it's in a frozen tundra, so yeah, it's going to have trouble. You can do this by either getting it some light, playing it some music, or making sure it has enough water. In this scenario, I usually always go for the mirror, because someone in my team's like bound to mess it up, which is what this pencil is doing. So right now I'm just spamming like, go away, let me do this. Like let me do this. I know what I'm doing. I made the game, trust me. And they're just like, no, I want to stay. No, I want to stay. This pencil ended up winning the entire game. So I don't know, whatever. Usually the flute, playing music for the flower is a really good way to keep it up. It's the only one that's not rate limited, so it can go as high as possible. But if you get any notes wrong, then it will harm the flower, which you also don't want. That's probably worse. You can see the progress of each team's flower at the top in the countdown. If any of those reach 0, you can't get your flower back up and it's just dead. So you want to keep it alive for as long as possible. Also, there was this idiot coiny that I don't know what it was doing here. It so pisses me off. Like, oh my, get out of the way, move. Oh, we were so close to losing this too. Like, we're on 20%, 12%, and it's just getting in the way. But we won. Yay! Next up is fill the hole, which is relatively simple. Your team has a bunch of items in front of you, and you just put them into the hole. And the team at the end of the countdown with the most items ends up winning. For this one, apparently, mobile devices struggle a lot more, especially with moving the camera angle and holding on to items. The drag mechanic for PC is similar to that of 99 Nights in the Forest, and there's a fun little thing where if you're holding onto an item and standing on it, you can literally fly wherever you want, which is really fun. Eliminated contestants can also compete in this one. They can hold on to things, they can chuck items around, they can do basically whatever. So it's always good to keep the eliminated contestants like very happy so they don't go after your team, which can usually happen if you eliminate someone and they're kind of mad. So always watch out for that. You can also do the same to the other team. So if they've got stuff in their hole and you want to put it in yours, you can just head over there and grab it and then chuck it into yours. So that's always fun. As you can see here, the other team must have had like 500 iPad players, because they like lost all of their stuff immediately. I think at one point they got down to 0%. So this challenge was pretty easy.
Yippee!
Next up is mountain climbing, where you get the choice of climbing one of 2 mountains. In this scenario, where there's only 2 teams, the first team to get to the top of the mountain wins. So you always want to go for the ice mountain, since it is a lot easier to get to the top of. Both mountains involve a lot of obstacles that you have to get through, either parkour or with dangerous spikes or a falling boulder. But even if you die from them, you respawn close to the mountain, so you can always retry. In this scenario, I get out-mocked by this coin, who's stupid and I hate him, and he got eliminated 3 times, so it's okay. Next up is defend the hotel, which is a really fun but difficult challenge to do. In this scenario, you have to basically survive getting hit by the dragon's attacks, and whoever is alive on the teams that survive wins. So the dragon has 3 separate attacks. The first is a fireball attack, which gets fired at 1 member of each team. Basically, if you always face perpendicular to the dragon, you can avoid these attacks by moving like around them. So that's always nice to avoid. The second is a bite attack, which you can see here. I was almost about to die there, but luckily someone else got bit and is dying in their mouth instead. And the final is a wind attack, which pushes me off and I get sucked into the tornado and out of the game. For the wind attack, you always want to be away from the edge, which is something I forgot. So if you stay close to the edge, avoid the fire and avoid the bites, then you'll be okay and you can win this challenge for your team. A piece of advice that I give is that a lot of people during the wind attack jump, which just pushes you further off. So stay on the ground, don't jump. Next up is Stop the Shift, which is a capture the flag style challenge. Each round, 2 members of your team enter the arena and try and rescue a lost contestant. If you get the lost contestant and drag them all the way to the end, then you get a point, but it can be stolen from you, so you have to be careful. In this scenario, my technique is usually to hang around the red area. You can press on the yo-yo lights to change the surrounding area, which is always fun, especially if someone gets stuck inside the area. But usually I try and steal the lost contestant right at the end, and unfortunately it didn't work, and I failed, and my team hated me. Just kidding. But another cool thing you can do is that in this game, you can buy items that can give you like stats boosts every once in a while. So after a while, something clicks in me and I go, oh, I could buy a speed boost. So I head all the way over to the Gelatin Steakhouse BBQ area and hope that a speed boost is in stock. So the time I go back in, I can hopefully, speed around and get it. So I buy one there, which is always fun, and I just wait for my turn. Also, if you're still watching, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow, do all that. Actually, comment your favorite character that you think deserves more skins, and we might make more of them. So yeah. And now it's time for my redemption round. So obviously, I hang a little back, I wait for someone else to get it, because chances are they're not going to hold it the entire time. And I use my speed boost around here, and then last minute run into them and get a point for my team. Next up is Paintball and Seek, which is a pretty fun challenge. You either get assigned as a seeker or a hider. Seekers get paintball guns and can go around shooting contestants with their paintball guns and try and, splatter as many eliminated contestants and hiders that aren't on their team as possible, while the hiders literally just run and hide. So since I got TP to the top, I'm a hider and I'm just watching all this go down. Basically, when you're a hider, your main goal is to just not get shot. Or if you do get shot by someone that can't win or whose team doesn't matter, so that your team can survive. So right now I'm just hiding in the blue room, thinking about going out, getting to the elevator, so I'm about to hit out, and then Needle comes up, so I hide, and I just wait around for her to leave, and then bam, I'm out and I head to the elevator. One fun thing about the elevator is that it's laggy as hell, so sometimes this can happen where you fall all the way to the bottom, so I'm like, yes, there's no way that people are going to be able to get me. Like, I'm stuck all the way at the bottom, there's no way they can shoot me. And then an amazing thing happens where the elevator comes all the way back down and squashes me and puts me back inside, and so I'm just like, oh, I'm a sitting duck now, I'm just running around trying to avoid getting shot. And then I end up just hiding in the kitchen, which no one would suspect. There's no way no one would come in here. No one would even shoot me. I'm perfectly safe. Needle comes and shoots me. So that didn't work out. At the 1 minute mark, all of the hiders' highlights become visible, so you can see where they are through the hotel. But we won, so it was okay. Next up is Ferris Spinner, which is inspired by the Ferris Wheel Challenge in TPOT 17. Basically, it's just a spinner. And interesting about this one, though, is that the Ferris wheel you're on is also spinning while the main bit is. So if you're not careful, you can jump and fall off yourself. So it's always important to keep an eye out on that. It's relatively simple. The spinner in the middle does progressively get faster, and it does have a huge hitbox. So always make sure you're planning your jumps ahead, you're thinking ahead, and make sure you pay attention to who gets knocked off first from your team if you end up losing. Because as much as no one likes snitches, no one likes being eliminated either. So just remember that. And as you can see, it doesn't matter because I'm about to win, and then I get knocked and I die. So yeah. Next up is Fourse riding, which is my favorite challenge of these. It's sort of similar to kart racing from BFDI, if you guys have played that. You all get a Fourse and you just run around a track and try and get to the finish line. You can also eat carrots, which help you speed up, but if you run into any of the gates, then you slow down. So as you can see, it's pretty fun. You jump over the gates, you eat the carrots. A lot of the time, you won't get the carrots, but a fun fact that a lot of people don't know is that all of the carrots respawn in the exact same position 3 seconds after they're eaten. So I see the blockies eating it, I wait, I go for the carrot, and I get that one. So that's always good. You can get a little speed boost. You can get it just a tiny bit ahead of the competition. But most of the time, as long as you don't like knock into the gates at the start and get that speed decline, then you'll be fine because you'll stick with the pack and you won't be last. Next up is eating contest. Ah, crap. Guys, I'm not reading the video. I messed up the title. This one's called Eating Contest. All you have to do is wait and eat chocolate balls. So with the UI, if you see that the little brown circle goes over the circle with the big E, if you're on PC, you tap E, and if you're on mobile, there'll be a big E button that you can press, and then if they line up, then you get to eat a chocolate ball, but if they don't, then you get a cooldown. And the team that eats all of theirs first wins. Next up is Haunted House. This one's kind of different because you get a 2D view instead of 3D, but the main goal of this is to just explore Haunted House and try and find the exit door. In this scenario, the exit was really easy to find. Sometimes it's not that easy, but there are little ghost, creatures that you have to try and avoid, and if you touch them, you get spawned all the way back. And there are also little spiders which can stun you, like that snowball right there. So yeah, this one was really easy. I'll leave the locations of all the doors in green and all the mobs there that can spawn you back. So just take a picture of them if you ever need to reference them. And yeah, that's that one. Next up is the Rejoin challenge. This obby is really simple. All you have to do is jump on the rocks and get to the end mat. Rejoins will happen once on the first swap if more than 6 people have been eliminated, and once again at the merge. So there will be 2 rejoins per game as long as, you know, enough people are eliminated. And there are some cool tricks that you can learn to get ahead. And here you can see I lose pretty badly. You know, it's always embarrassing when you hand make a challenge and get your butt handed to you by a newbie who's never played it before. Next up, there's a few merge challenges that I want to go over. The first one's called Battle Royale, which is based on the TPOT 19 episode. In this challenge, you're given 2 superpowers, and you just have to kill everyone, including the eliminated contestants. Each kill that you get will get you a little bit more power. So you get faster, you deal more damage. So as you can see there, the gelatin gets a little bit more power. They move a little faster. They're a bit more dangerous. And the winner of this challenge is basically if you're alive and have the most kills. So right now, a good technique to have is after someone fires, you can see they get that green orb around them. And then once they fire, you want to fire at them because they're stunned. They can't move, so they're in easy pickings. But remember, each time you fire, you're in the exact same position. So you always want to be more careful around that. You only get rewarded for each kill if you deal the final blow. So here I am trying to kill off some people. Once people are killed, you don't get their power if you kill them. So that's why I'm ignoring the needle. They've already died. There's no point. I'm trying to kill this character so I can get their power and level up, you know, get further ahead. Another technique is to go inside the hotel and kill all the newbies like Lie did in that episode, because they can't fire back and they'll also power you up. So that's always good to have. As you can see there, I get 1 kill and I just get greedier. I want more. So I get the gelatin there. So I've now got 2 kills. You know, it's looking great for me. Not sure about the other contestants, but you can see from the highlights there's only 3 contestants left. So I go to 1v1 this bubble, poor bubble. But, you know, it's got to happen. I got to win. Got to get that dub, guys. There are 2 powers that you can unleash. The default attack, which you're seeing right now. And then you can see when I get closer to contestants, I'll use my E attack, which basically just pushes is an ear attack. It goes from the center of you. It attacks them. And you can see I clear up here and I get Bubbles' powers. And then it's onto the Leafy. Wait, do I kill them? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, and then it's onto the Leafy. And, you know, it's a tough battle. I mean, regardless of the scenario here, as long as I don't die, I'm pretty sure I win because Leafy didn't kill anyone, but I won anyway. Next up is Fix 3, which is basically just a puzzle challenge. You have to try and put all the pieces back to either of 3. Basically, if you tap/click on a piece, then it rotates it, and you can drag it to move to other pieces. If 2 pieces line up, then they glow green, and then you get further ahead to winning the challenge. As you can see, I'm very quick at this. I've tested this challenge like probably around 600 times, so it just comes quick. Next challenge is Skyfall. This one's pretty fun if you've played like Wii Sports or I think it might be a Mario Party as well. It's a pretty simple challenge. You just go from the sky and float down and try and get as much points as possible. All of the 3s and the 2s and the 5s, they spin in a circle, so when you're floating down, it's important to think ahead. Like right now, I'm looking at that 3 and I'm going, where do I think it's gonna land by the time I get to it? You know, it's ironic that I'm like saying all of this when I'm pretty sure I missed it. As you can see, the higher the points, the smaller the ring is, so it's a lot more trickier and they move a lot faster. So, this challenge is pretty fun. I think this was the last merge challenge that I made because I was running out of ideas, so I came up with this one, but I kind of like it. It's pretty fun. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, I lost this challenge, and it was the first challenge I lost, and I won the first two. So to no one's surprise, I ended up getting voted out after this, you know. Being the owner only goes so far. People want to win, and they'll do anything to do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this mode. It's coming out on the 28th, so look forward to it. Remember, everyone, it's coming out on the 28th, and all of your skins will cross over. Hopefully, there'll be no bugs. I'll see you there.